I've rebuilt my Lego version of the Union Pacific Big Boy. Previously, I had four circuit cube motors, two in each driver set. Now I've had a lot of trouble with the circuit cube motors self-destructing, so ended up removing all the circuit cube motors and installing L motors. So there's two L motors per driver set. There's also two L motors in the tender driving 8 of the tender wheels. So there's a total of 6 L motors currently. On the underside of the driver bogies, you can see that there's 2 L motors driving each set of 4-axle driver sets. It involves special 3D printed frames that are 1 plate width to enable the L motors to fit between the axles. So there's a set of 12-tooth bevel gears at the end of each motor, and then a 12-tooth bevel gear on the axle. The tender has 2 L motors that are mounted vertically in the tender. You can see the 2 L motors that are mounted vertically into a 3D swivel adapter that allows the motors to pivot with the bogie rather than being fixed and driving through a shaft that allows the turning. There's 3 18650 batteries in a holder, and there's an air wire receiver mounted below the DCC control board that drives the 2 motors in the tender. There's just a pair of wires connecting the locomotive to the tender so the locomotive gets its power through the tender. There's 2 DCC boards inside the boiler of the locomotive that are driving the 4 motors in the locomotive. So there's a total of 3 DCC boards, 2 of which are this same Chinese decoder that they sell on AliExpress. It doesn't have sound, but it does control the lights on the rear of the tender, and it's got a 5 amp capacity that's sufficient for driving 2 L motors with some margin. The combination of the 6 L motors between the locomotive and the tender provide an outstanding amount of pulling power. It really exceeded my wildest expectations. I'm coupled up to a 55-car train that is made up of all the serviceable rolling stock I have in terms of freight cars, plus there's 10 passenger cars from my Southern Pacific Daylight train. These are all 1/48 scale cars, and they're all quite heavy. So this is speed step 15 out of 128. And it's moving the entire train. Now, part of the train is coming down grade at this point, so it's actually helping to push a little bit, but pretty soon the train will be on the level, and then it'll go up a 4% grade. I've upped the speed to 26 out of 128. Now I'm up to 32, so approximately quarter speed. So you can see the locomotive's having no trouble pulling this heavy train up the grade. It slips a little right about this spot, but it keeps going. You can see the end of the train. This train is occupying more than half the layout.